Ayo, it's your boy, Top Shagger 5921, coming from Central London, back with another shagging tutorial.
You can't say that.
So we all know we can get 1080 Ti SLI, Titan X SLI, but can we get 1080 and a 1050 Ti SLI? Mango Decker, our channel, named after the cat. So everyone that is somewhat experienced with PCs knows we can get SLI and GPUs that are the same. So two 1080s, two 1080 Ti's. As long as their chipset is the same, we can get SLI. But can we get a 1050 Ti and a 1080 to work together?
We can do this by making the weaker card, which is obviously the 1080 in this case, to become the dedicated physics processor. Now I hear you asking, what is physics?
So now, Master Beni, as you've heard, is going to come to the rescue and explain what physics is. You know physics, that really nice subject that we all hate in our school? Yeah. Basically, he's our physics teacher. Basically, imagine that in a game. So physics is physics in game. It's just that people can't call it physics, so that's too general. And why be general? Nobody's going to buy your thing. Open your box, sit down.
Without homework.
Sit down, open your box. Adil, but you're silly.
That you're silly.
You are silly. So if you have a medium range GPU, such as a 1050 Ti, and if you have a high-end GPU like a 1080, or a low-end and a medium end. So if you have a low-end GPU with a mid-range. So if you have a low-end GPU with a mid-range GPU, or a mid-range GPU with a high-end GPU, like a 1080 as a high-end, and a 1050 Ti as a medium, then you compare them and have, of course, the weaker one as a dedicated physics processor. This wouldn't be worth it with a 1070 and a 1080, for example, because you're just much better off selling the 1070. So you want to find that perfect balance between the two, because if you go too low, then the dedicated physics processor will not be able to keep up with the physics, and then everything that requires physics will lag. But if you go too high, as I said, it's just not worth the small increase that this will grant you.
So to prove Master Beni's point, we are going to be doing a variety of tests.
Oh my God.
We use what's it called? Gummies?
Yes.
We use gummies. So we're going to play games like Heaven and Cinebench. Cinebench is great for GPU test, honestly. We're also going to be playing games. We're going to games. Games are good, but
Don't play games in class.
we are going to be using benchmarks like Fallout 4 and Far Cry 7. Great game. So let's get on with the testing.
So yeah, you literally just add the 960 in along with the 1080 or whatever card you're using, as just literally slide it in, and there's no need to add any. Oh no, we did it one. Oh yeah, we did the wrong slots. You heard the click. You would, I'll actually screw it in. It's a really good habit to screw your stuff in, even if it's just for this small amount, because I'm only going to be using this for like an hour to half an hour to do the tests, but I'm still going to screw it in because GPU sag is a killer. If I can screw it in, because it's always really awkward to get these screws in. Yeah. There you go. Right, so literally 1080 and the 960 below, no connection. Obviously we'll plug the power in, which was, by the way, right, give us 1400 likes please, because this was so awkward to get in there, because obviously I don't want to take the power supply out, and it's already a mess because I have 3 hard drives and there's so many cables involved with 3 hard drives. I can't wait to get in that new case. In your PC, you want to go into your NVIDIA settings, configure surround and physics, and then for your physics settings, select the processor you want it to be, and then click dedicate to physics, and apply. Right, we'll be right back with the results in a second.
We now have the results.
You're going to be disappointed. That was literally nothing. Like, basically, no improvement. But anyways, just for the sake of satisfaction, here are the results so you can take a look. The only thing we noticed is... Are you trying to land the plane?
Exits are forward, left, and back, and right.
The only thing we noticed the major differences was in Unigine Heaven, where it was actually lower with the other GPU, but we're not exactly sure why. But in everything else, it was basically the same. So post-recording, I actually ran the test again with the Unigine Heavens with just the 1080, and I actually ended up getting the same results. So I guess for some reason the first one it just did much better, and I really have no explanation. Welcome to computers. And regarding games, we did notice a slight increase when we were using both cards. However, it's probably not enough to draw a solid conclusion that the extra card did actually help, and it's definitely the most difference we notice is 1 or 2 FPS extra, and that's definitely not worth adding another card instead of selling it. Another thing you can do with two different GPUs that obviously don't have the same chipset is split frame rendering, which is SFR, which basically means your GPU splits up your screen into several different sections and allocates each GPU a certain amount of sections, but only like 1 or 2 games support it so far. You need 2 GPUs that are about the same strength, otherwise the one which is slower will be obviously holding the big one back, because otherwise you would have different amount of frame rates in each section of your screen, and that would not be very nice for your eyes. But anyways, that's all we've got for you today, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Mango Tech. Shane always said do the thing again going down. Should people subscribe to our YouTube channel? Should they dislike? No, you were supposed to say no! Oh, you stupid cat.
You did some weird point term where you went Mango Tech. Stuck out that big. Stop looking at my bulge.
Ooh, notices bulge. Oh, look at that bulge.
Is it recording?
See!
Oh, we have now completed the results.
We have completed the results.
We finished the results.
No! We finished the benchmarks, or we got the results.
We now have the results.
Is that it?
That's it. So yeah.
I'll just say, we can do this by getting the therapist to be a physics. Educated physics.
I'm gonna make
So what is, and then say, so what is physics?
What is physics? Oh!
Yeah, and then I'll... Hey! Hey!
You do that.
No, but no, we need to switch Roonies.
No, we don't.
We do.
I'll do it later.
No! Video number 1, dual videos. No.
Dual video GPU.
There's the cat sniffing my leg. Dual video GPU top shagger. Fine. Anyways, took me fucking half an hour. No, stand there now to check the zoom's quality enough. Okay, look up. Yeah, that's fine. Right, don't touch the zoom. Alright, you fucking... You didn't.
Ah!
Can you... Oh.
Mango's decided to eat some plastic.
Hold on, guys. She's eating our box that holds my phone up.
Open your box.
Open your... Dr. Abbas, our full-time, long-time Mango Tech fan.
Full-time, long-time.
If you're watching this, you're a great teacher. Another thing you can do with 2 GPUs that aren't the same is something called SPF. No. It's something called SPR, which stands for split frame rendering, which is where you split the GPU splits your computer screen up into several compartments. What?
SPF. Split frame render.
Do you want to say hi to the people? Hello, I am Mango. I am owner of this channel.
Now Simba.